In the last episode, we changed the hydraulic filters, foam breather filter, as well as refilling the swing gearbox oil. In this episode, we'll continue on with the service and change the final drive oil.
Now, you did see a bit of oil come out of this one here, but that's only because old guys over there didn't line it up very well.
As well as the engine air filter and cabin filters. And we'll be doing this with the help of Fortis HD and their high quality and quick service.
Like on small scale, that almost looks like some sort of rolling death machine.
In the next couple episodes, we are going to follow Sean as he performs a 1,000-hour service on this PC200LC-8. If you're only interested in specific maintenance items, we've created a shorter and more to-the-point versions of each task, which we'll link in the description.
Welcome to Service Call, a mechanic's guide to service, troubleshooting, and repair.
Now we're going to drain the final drive gearboxes. So we'll come down here, and first off I need to get the right socket because I got the wrong one straight off the hop. So bear with me a moment. Beauty. Okay. Before we start draining this, we want to make sure that it's in the correct position. So it says right here, top. Pretty self-explanatory. We want that to be on the top. And here is our level. So as straight across as we can get it. Doesn't need to be absolutely perfect, but you know, just try and get it close. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use a 1/2-inch drive flex bar, because the end of this flex bar fits nicely right into this hole here in the plug. So before we drain it, I'm gonna break this loose. We're gonna check and see if there's any pressure behind it, because if there is, that would be an indication. And there is a little bit of pressure there. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's an issue, but it could indicate that we're gonna see an over full gearbox. And if the gearbox is over full, when I pull this out, that could be an indication also of a seal on the travel motor leaking into the travel gearbox. So we did have pressure. See if we have oil flowing out. And we do not. It's not overfilled, so we're in the clear. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull both of these out for when we refill it. I will be putting oil into one side, and when it starts draining out the other side, we'll know it's full. And these plugs have a little magnet on them. So what you'll see is kind of like a fine silvery sludge. That's just regular kind of wear. But if we were to see any chunks, that would be a cause for alarm. And then, you know, that would prompt me to then pull this cover off and investigate further. But right now, with what I'm seeing, I don't think it's necessary. The oil is very black. It's kind of typical. You know, it's probably overused, needed to be changed sooner. But again, I don't see any chunks. I don't see any cause for alarm. There's nothing pouring out that makes me think, oh my God, I need to get this cover off. Like the other plug, let's take a closer look at the drain plug. Okay, so you can see here, there's a little bit of a buildup there on the magnet. So I'll just wipe it here with a rag and you can kind of get an idea of what you're looking at. So it's just kind of a fine magnetic sludge. There's no chunks in it. It's pretty flat. There's just a tiniest little bit of a indent. But like I said, I don't see any chunks. There's no cause for alarm. I'll go around to the other side and drain the other one. A little bit of pressure there. Yeah, this one's a little bit crooked because Brandon lined it up. Now, you did see a bit of oil come out of this one here, but that's only because old guys over there didn't line it up very well. But we'll get over it. All right, we'll just let that drain. Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. Well, I'm just cleaning this off so that I can put the plugs back in and refill the final drives. Start by putting in the drain plug. All 3 plugs are the same, so it doesn't matter. You don't need to keep track of which one came from which hole. It just needs to be nice and snug. And we get our pail with pail pump. And now we just pump this until we have oil coming out of here. In the event that one plug is slightly higher than the other, when it starts pouring out this hole and not the other one, then we'll stop there. Prepare for this part to be about as interesting as watching paint dry. Should put this on one of those high-speed time-lapse things so it just looks like I'm...
You're gonna slow it down.
Oh boy. Just make it, make it seductive. Oh, it's pouring out.
You've overfilled your load.
All right.
Oh, that wind is really saving it. Look at that.
Meant to do that.
Yo.
It was on purpose. I wasn't distracted at all. Just snug. And because Brandon made me overfill it, I gotta clean all this stuff off. Brandon. That guy ever learn? Stuff works like vaporize. And now we'll go to the other side and fill that one. All right. Oh, need to put the drain in. Drain plug. Man.
Good one, Brandon.
Way to go, Brandon. Okay.
Hey, how's your day going, Sean?
Pretty good.
Good?
Pretty good.
Overfilled. Oh no, oh my god.
Hey.
We got him.
There you have it. That one's full. You know, in boring moments like this, I would like to tell a joke, but the problem with that is probably offend a lot of people. Then I'd get canceled. So let's not do that.
You won't get a season 2, Sean, don't do it.
I won't get a season 2. Aww.
We're gonna get a younger guy to play you next week.
Nobody will have this beard. Nobody. All right, so I'm just gonna clean that up and we're done. Well, there you have it. That's how we drain and refill the final drives on a Komatsu PC200LC-8.
Next up are the cabin air filters.
So the air filters are located here. And then pull this one here open. And voila, there it is. Ooh, let's check that dust ejector. A little bit coming out. Oh, you want to get a shot of that? Look at that wad coming out of there. Ugh. Wow. I think there might be a mouse problem. I don't know, that was pretty bad. I do not hold high hopes for this air filter. Ooh. Yikes. Holy monkey. It's a little dirty. Like on small scale, that almost looks like some sort of rolling death machine. We'll change that there air filter.
Take the extra time and effort to clean the filter housing. This will help extend the life of the new filters. To avoid debris and contaminants entering the system, clean the housing out with the old inner filter still installed.
And this one's a little gray. Yeah, this one's due for a change in too. It's not nearly as bad as that one, but it's pretty bad. Here we go. Then our primary filter.
To get affordable and high quality replacement parts, visit FortisHD.com.
There it is. I'll just wipe this in clean with my nice dirty rag. No, I'll find a nice clean corner of the rag, maybe. Maybe. There we go. See, it's clean-ish.
When installing air filters, you'll want to make sure that it seats and seals correctly, or how Sean likes to describe it.
You want the filter to seat in the air filter housing like you're in a nice leather sofa.
Thanks, Sean.
Like just perfect.
Okay, Sean.
So I just wiped the housing out. Got most of the dust out, not all of it, but bulk of it. Set that in there. You know, you can feel it when it goes in, it just feels right. You know? Just feel it. Now the outside of the housing is not clean. Not super concerned about that. It will not hinder performance. I do want to make sure that my dust ejector is clean though. You don't want any build up in there that's just gonna continue to build up and not drain. There we go. And the dust ejector always goes to the bottom.
Next up are the cabin air filters.
Let's see what we have, shall we? So it's located behind this panel right here. You need a key, ignition key, to undo the lock. Ooh. And holy look at that. That is plugged. Ugh. What the fuck? All right. This is what it should look like. I got it backwards. No, I don't. No, it goes in that way. There we go. There. And then we put our hand on the door like this and then push it in this direction till it seats. And then this silver thing here is the key, and we turn that, and then the door doesn't open. And your install is complete.
Don't miss the next video, where we wrap things up by replacing the pump drive oil,
And now we're gonna pop out the drain plug on the bottom.
greasing the machine.
When we're greasing the machine, there's multiple points that are going to need grease. Typically where you're gonna find them.
Putting the panels back, and more.
I'm Sean, and I fix it. And if you want to learn how to fix it too, like, comment, and subscribe. If you'd like any information in regards to filters that we've used in our videos or lubricants, visit FortisHD.com.